We gather together. Chi-Chi, the curious sanctuary cat with more than 7 lives left, sent word out to the other animals that made the fairy sanctuary their home. A meeting of animal spirits. Come one and come all. Meet, plan, greet. Time is near. The furry feline felt confused. Incoming and outflowing energies had scrambled the cat's intuition. Most of the other animal spirits also felt endangered. Nevertheless, the creatures were willing to sit down in presence of their rivals in order to assure the safety of the group. Vows of good behavior had to be made and kept. Raven hid on a dark green pinyon pine branch. Eagle and hawk backed off. They weren't friends. Both birds would kill their young and, minutes later, go on a hunt to kill some other bird's young. Raven felt uncomfortable knowing that either one of them could ferret out fresh young birds from unguarded nests. That distrust spread among the animals. Less defensive animals were hesitant to venture out. A few began to live close to one another for their own safety. They clustered together, and without enough space to move unencumbered, primal tensions were on the rise. Mouse didn't trust Chi-Chi, even after she sent word via Mole that there would be no games. No chasing, no pouncing, no fear of losing life or limb. This is a peaceful gathering, Mole announced the ground rules as he squinted at the small pinhole of light coming into the exit hole above her home in the fairy garden. All our energies are needed. Each one of you something to contribute. Coyote decided to keep the peace for this night. And it was no joke, so he threw his bag of tricks aside as he entered the meeting space. Last night, the animal trickster volunteered to sound the call. All the animal spirits responded. To celebrate, the group began to mock Coyote's cry as the creatures, both great and small, sounded out a ghoulish howl at the moon. The tones blended in with Jackal's laugh, Bear's husky growl, and a chorus that sounded the welcome call to all at the meeting. The animals formed a peaceful circle in the far west corner of the fairyland. The area was protected from sight and blessed by the good vibes of Grandfather Oak Tree. The favored spot felt protective because it was guarded by a group of ancestor trees. The standing stones, unusually well-grounded spirits, watched from afar. The animals gathered to address their concerns about those wild and crazy godamentals. An unkind force approached and had grown larger in the past few days. Badger reported that he had seen the Crusaders making their way onto the sacred land. Saint and Thrax filled me in. Thanks for being here on such short notice, Chi-Chi told the group. A group of humans threaten the land. They are on their way and will be here before we know it. What kind of humans? Fox asked, aware that some humans were rather nice, and other humans were rather not nice.
Godamental humans, Kikishukov kulprikli chills.
She wiggled her supple body to release yucky energy that clung to her sensitive energy field. They want to throw our fairy friends off the land. Then they plan to move in. Chi-Chi continued her story. Goda mentals plan to tear up our home, bulldoze trees, set up animal traps, install bright lights that will blind our night-loving creatures. They will pave our paradise and put in a parking lot. They want to build a Godamental retreat center. To make more money. Sparrow was the first to react with a sorrowful peep. Rabbit followed with a thump-thump-thump on the ground. Others joined in to protest the crusade. A persistent rattle from the diamondback rattlesnake. Hisses from the Komodo dragon lizard. A swarming, undulating buzz from the Africanized honeybees. All the creatures joined in to voice their opposition to a Godamental takeover. Silence returned after a reclusive mountain lion jumped down from a ledge to make his statement of intention. Growl rough. This is more than enough. I'm ready for the kill. Let me at him. I'll scare the bejesus out of their tin hearts. Now, wait a minute, mountain lion. Bear walked into the center of the circle. Time for a bit of introspection. Let's make our defensive simple and smart, powerful and quick. Each of us has a goddess-given instinct we use to protect ourselves. Let's all use our instincts to tap into our unique strength, the strength that comes from deep within. Yeses SSSSSSSSS. Snake agreed and sent out some images into the minds of the animals that showed how snakes were used in transformation rituals. Our goddess-given intuition will assure that the fairies will keep their sacred sanctuary. Bear is right, Snake hissed. Take things slow. Purposeful action is best. With Saint and Thrax on our side, we will surely have heightened intuition. Before the animal spirits finished the meeting, each one offered their most highly developed trait to help defend the land. Gathered together, full of trust and hope, The animals formed a ritual circle. They each revealed offerings. Introspection from bear, gentleness from deer, night vision from mole, quick action from rabbit, wide perspective from hawk, wisdom from owl, magical power from raven, playfulness from otter, resourcefulness from squirrel, curiosity from fox, perseverance from badger, sacred sound from the frogs, trickster ways from coyote, sweet victory from the bees, web of connectivity from the spider family, diligence and perseverance from the ant clan, and joy from hummingbird. Then the intentions were bound together by a vow. We work together to nurture the land. We support the fairy caretakers who protect the hidden knowledge, the wisdom that must survive if we are to survive. Tuned into infinite wisdom, Snow White Owl felt a tingle sent from Moon Mother. The goddesses had witnessed the group animal ritual on their intergalactic transmission channel. Moon Mother whispered into Owl's heart. Owl let out 3 hoots in perfect intonation, with perfect pitch. It was time to close the animal gathering. Owl flew off toward the center of the moon where, high above, she would keep night watch over the road into the sanctuary. Awake and alert, Owl perched high above the garden gate and looked